I'll read this off. Then I saw in the right hand of him who sat on the throne a scroll with writing on both sides and sealed with 7 seals. And I saw a mighty angel proclaiming in a loud voice, "Who is worthy to break the seals and open the scroll?" But no one in heaven or on earth or under the earth could open the scroll or even look inside it. Well. I got that, not that. Yeah. Which open on my phone. Yeah. The music gets a little bit loud still. Did bring it down some. I don't want to bring it down too much. Be another 5%. Okay. I have no idea what to expect, really. Off we go. Oh, the difficulties. Ooh, calamity ensues. Yeah. We'll just play
Once
on the
upon a
regular.
time, evil spirits dwelled here in these parts, and in a sense, they still do. I will tell you a story. It happened long ago, even before the revolution. It happened here, not far from Cherdin. I heard my grandmother tell it. A man was fostering an orphan girl. He was a knower. Everyone called him Old Yegor. She didn't want to become a witch, but he taught her his craft. She was to be married to a special young man. I can't recall what exactly happened, but this young man took his own life. He was later buried beyond the gates of the churchyard, which meant that he would pass straight to hell. As for the orphan, Vasilisa, she refused to accept it. She was intent on bringing back his soul from the inferno. To do this, she would need to break the 7 seals of the Black Book, which Old Yegor kept, and retrieve him. And it was for that reason that Vasilisa agreed to become a witch. But to become one, she needed to be initiated in a banya or at a crossroads. And so, Vasilisa set out for the crossroads.
Oh, my tattoo is already starting to itch. It's only been a couple days. Oh, it's fine.
I slept poorly last night. Been waiting, hoping for you to return. But you haven't. You never sat at the table. Where are you now, sweetheart? Where you had it?
Nice, that's a sign. It was good, detailed work. Oh, yeah. Wait, wait until you see it. But yeah.
From relatives, and from the warm summer, you departed. There's no entrance or exit for you, it seems.
Voice actor is doing a really good job.
Cold Mother Earth. There isn't even a churchyard fence to hold on to. Enough. I don't believe you would do this to yourself. It'll all be well. All will be well. I'll accept this knowledge from Grandpa, though I know what you thought of that. but there's no other choice. I'll drag you from that road myself. Sleep for now. Sleep. I won't be long. They didn't bury him in the holy ground. I need to go to the crossroads. The pine needles are golden with the sun already.
That sounds nice. Heal minor wounds. Yeah.
The darkness of the night is filled with anticipation. You're at Mikhail's crossroads, along with old Yegor. You know the ritual that has to be done, but you've never thought of what might happen once it's complete. However, the time to draw the circle has come.
The crosses look old. It seems people were buried here quite some time ago.
Where have you been? It will be midnight soon. Go over there, by that milepost. Everything you need for the ritual you'll find over there. Take the candles, we'll light them and draw a circle.
Cherdyn, 16 miles. Solikamsk, 102 miles. Nyrop, 21 miles.
Old and enchanted from old Yegor's hut. With their help, you can draw a circle that can offer protection against evil spirits. Poor Adam said. Yeah. I'm gonna talk to you again.
Well done, Vasilisa. Now let's draw a circle. Be careful not to leave any gaps, otherwise we'll be crushed by evil spirits.
I've made a circle. Is it all right, Grandfather?
The circle is drawn. No gaps, good. Too late to dither now.
You think that I can help him?
Sure you can. You can do anything when you have the book. So says the legend. Well, go on. It's time for you to take my knowledge. Such a long time we've spent together. Parting with it is bittersweet. Well, take it. Would you look at that? What power emanates from the book? The seal is open. It seems great sorcery lurks in you. Well, think about it later. Now speak the words I taught you.
I'll get up without crossing myself, but I will go to the crossroads. On the crossroads, I'll draw a circle and step into it, and I shall speak. Good merchants, come and buy my cat. For this cat, give me neither inconvertible ruble nor a fine hat, but bestow me with knowledge of the dark and eyes with vision sharp. So as I have said, so it will be. My words are stone.
Here are your merchants. Now listen carefully if you value your life. To become a witch, you have to defeat this demon. Time for your first Zagavar.
Welcome to your first battle. Each battle consists of turns. You and your enemy take turns, but you always get to go first. You win when you destroy all enemies before you, reducing their health to 0. This is the Black Book. It contains all of your... I probably have not grasped the pronunciation on that quite yet, but it'll be repeated enough that I will get it. Yes. Okay. Pages you had the previous turn have changed. The book alters the pages each turn. Enemy blocks can be attacked with defense. Enemy attacks can be blocked with defense and shields. Yeah. Okay.
Such enchanted words protect from demons, but this protection fades quickly. Now draw up a complete Zagavar.
Zagavar. Anyhow. Combine several pages. Okay, doesn't matter. Currently recite a maximum of 3 pages as indicated by the empty slots at the top of the screen. It consists of orders and keys. You can currently recite a Zagavar consisting of 2 orders and 1 key. You can see the type of page, order, a key. Okay.
Good job, Vasya. This demon is nearly beaten. A couple more spells to rid the world of it.
Book helps you predict your enemy's action. Sure. That's a key. Oh.
Take that, you mangy hellhound!
Mangi. Is that how they would pronounce it? Maybe he would.
Well, now, Vasya, answer this maw. You'll be a witch as soon as you return. Well, safe travels.
Okay. Don't die, says Grandpa.
But you, Vasilisa, I should congratulate you. For the first seal is open. Only 6 remain. Oh, but will you be able to open the rest? This is another matter entirely.
What sort of devil are you?
How rude, Vasilisa. I'm your chief advisor. It is I who grants you the powers of a Khaldun. We will become better acquainted in time, I presume.
How do I open the seals?
Oh, can't figure it out by yourself, girl? I'm disappointed in you.
I'm curious. Can the Black Book grant any wish?
Indeed, as legend dictates. Who knows? Perhaps you shall meet your beloved soon. Who is worthy to open the scroll and break its seals? No one in heaven, on earth, or beneath it has ever been able to open the scroll or look upon it. Yet.
Let me return to the land of the living.
Not just yet. Have you forgotten your purpose? I name you a witch. How many demons will you take on for your service?
We want to see as many as possible. Probably just get laughed at, or maybe we will actually just get as many. You know what? I want to know though. I can't. It's like it's the gamer in me that has to throw myself off the cliff to see if I take fall damage. You know? You know that. Okay.
Well, I will certainly need the help of demons. So give me as many as possible.
That's the spirit.
You have just committed your first sin. They say that the fate of the Khaldun and witch is to burn in eternal flames with no chance for absolution. The outcome of some events of the game is yours to decide. Your sin counter will change according to your decisions. Number of sins affects your choice of replies as well as possible game endings. They say each person has an angel on their right shoulder and a devil on their left, but to whom you turn your ears entirely up to you. Okay.
But you are still too weak. Soon you will have 3 charts at your command. That's enough for now.
A reasonable response. Good writing.
Now go. Perhaps we'll meet again. If you manage to open the seals.
Okay.
What? Well, are you awake? The sun rose while you were coming to. Had to drag you home. I understand it's not easy to pass through the Devil's Domain. So, you've seen it?
Huh? Are we home? Seems like it was all a dream. The devil made me a witch.
Well, then it is a good day. What did I tell you? You should have become a witch a long time ago. Well, what's done is done. The legend says that your wish is behind the 7 seals. I could never open the first one. Here's the second seal. The Aspen one.
How do I open it? Maybe it was the demon at the crossroads that opened the first.
Perhaps. I think that demons do play a part, but what spirit is the Aspen one? I'll have to rack my brain a bit. Maybe there's something in the books? You yourself are a witch now. I knew that you would not let me down. The news of your enlightenment has spread already. Must be the Susetkes who told the heads of the families. Now people will come to you for advice. I am old now, not many teeth left. My Koldun powers are waning. Now it is you who will help the people around here. Perhaps you will even find the right demon for your problem. Well, while you were coming to your senses, I've already spoken to most of the visitors. There's only one left. He's waiting behind the door. Look around for a start. Your book is over there, on the table. Do you remember how I taught you bookbinding? Afterwards, see to that visitor of yours. Some evil spirit has been giving him trouble. Got it?
Have you yourself met this devil?
I was initiated as a Koldun once. I saw this devil, who gave me my charts. I couldn't even lift the first seal. And you, who all you needed was one touch, and it's gone already. It seems there is great power within you. Got it?
I got it, Grandpa. Time to get to work.
Look for the spirits around the district. Maybe we'll get lucky with the seals. We should not tarry. Who knows? Perhaps after 40 days have passed, we won't be able to help.
Sort of like a card version of Potion Craft? I don't know, maybe.
God bless.
On the screen, you can change the page composition of the Black Book. Oh, so it is kind of like a deck builder, isn't it? Right side, you can see the current page composition of the Black Book. The left side are pages available to you, but not in the current Black Book composition. Categorize pages with special filters. You might receive pages that are currently unavailable as battle or task rewards. You can alter the page composition of the book to craft new pages. You need rubles. Black Book volume has to stay within the limits of a maximum and minimum number of pages. You may also save 3 different sets of pages in time. You will uncover even more Black Book pages which are sealed away at the present. You can change the composition at any time except during combat. Okay. Curious. That's a healing spell. And it's a key. I'll take that one. We got a canvas. Oh, okay, what have we got? Okay. This seems kind of like a journal almost. Okay. Short stories of encounters with evil spirits which took place in real life. Explore the game to learn new I don't know how to pronounce that yet. Let's see. Muldoon initiation. Ooh, 2. We'll start on 1 or 2 then. I will drink some water. It's easy being a Khaldun. Becoming one is a terrifying It isn't easy. Becoming one is a terrifying experience. People tell lots of stories. One in particular comes to mind. A man decided to push his neighbor punish... Oh, gosh, okay, we can get it together. For changing the boundary of his field to a neighboring one. He went to a Khaldun and asked, "Give me a short with which to curse my neighbor." The Khaldun replied, "It's not as simple as that. Do as I say and you will have your short." He then told him they would need to go to a banya midnight. So the man gathered his courage and took along his rifle and his cross. Oh, it is scary at the banya. He loaded his gun with his cross and shot at the hearth. A fiery dog emerged and opened its maw. The only option was to climb inside, and even though his instincts told him to, he stopped himself from making the sign of the cross. He recalled at the last moment that if he did so, he would lose his hand. He climbed down into the hearth, of course. What would you have done? As soon as he entered the maw, he saw fidgety little people sitting behind set tables. I want one with one small short, with which I can curse my neighbor. The imps replied matter-of-factly, "We come in no fewer than 3. The man awoke in the banya with 3 shorts. "Father, give us work, we want to eat." He gave them a cat to curse and some other small tasks. More and more shorts appeared. He tried to keep up with the demands of the shorts, but he soon grew exhausted in mind and body. In the end, the shorts took to entertaining themselves with the villagers until all the inhabitants were cursed. Mill that stood still. A man from the Yatka once lived in our village. He would tell us stories. One involved a miller that had to make offerings to a shishika. Shishika? Or else she would prevent the mill's mechanisms from turning. As an offering, he gave part of his stores of flour, grain, and breadcrumbs. On one occasion, he forgot and offered nothing. Sure enough, the windmill ground to a halt. When that man went to investigate inside the mill, there was a shishishka sitting on the grinder, threatening him with her fingers outstretched. She suddenly vanished. The miller gathered some tobacco and threw it at the shadows in the corners of the mill at midnight. The windmill started to turn again, and the shishishka stopped causing mischief. Okay, this is a bit to read, so I'm probably not going to read everything, but the stories are interesting. Knowledge of orders. Oh, this is like a spec. Okay. Okay. English job. Fair enough. Alright.
So, Vasya, have you taken well to learning the mystical arts? Are you curious enough to learn some more?
I'll
no,
talk.
I have to go, Grandpa.
I'll talk to you in a minute.
There's a great number of books in this collection. Illuminated books of old as well. Black books are not kept here, however. They're in a secret compartment near the furnace. Galbets and his boss cellar. Old Igor says that's where the Domovoy lives. I've never met one, but I once saw a black figure standing still in the corner of the house. Grandfather says that in days of old, they used to bury people under the stove. That is how the Domovoy came to be.
Oh, God bless Yegor Yevlampovich, Vasilisa Fyodorovna.
Yeah, because you get more and more chores, some more than you want, meaningless tasks. Burn them with no ill effect. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Shorts.
God bless.
I come bearing gifts. Some flour for your household. Please, hear me out. I won't waste your time. I'll tell you straight away. Something terrible is happening at the mill. We were working in the night when suddenly we heard some strange sounds. Then a shadow began to darken in one of the corners. Such a deep blackness. We ran for our lives. You are known for your knowledge in these matters. What should I do now?
During the night shift at the windmill, he heard some strange sounds and saw some strange shifting shadows. What could be behind such emanations?
Oh, you are a knower. If you answer a knowledge ability question correctly, you will receive an experience reward. Sometimes your answers will influence in-game events. To recognize the correct answer, you will have to carefully study your surroundings and the anonymous. Hopefully someone will pronounce this anyway, which you can open at any moment from you. You can also receive a hint by pressing your knowledge button. However, you only get half the experience. Right, which is this. We did already read about the mill. So...
Why do you work at night? Demons are at work.
Jesus Christ.
Well, how do you think the millstones turn? Not by the wind alone, obviously. It's forbidden to work a windmill after nightfall.
But what do we do now? I did everything right when I built it. Please, help me. I have this old item that you might find useful.
You'd better cough it up if we help you. All right, Vasya. Look into what's going on with that place. The demon there may be of use to us, you know?
I'll find out what's going on with your chort.
Oh, thank you. I was told you wouldn't let me down. Goodbye for now.
He's not your average miller. Usually they consort with a leshy, but this miller has some chort. Well, I'll study these seals while you're off dealing with the mill. And to make your trip a bit easier, take this herb. It is called an Adam's Head. It will heal you up if anything goes sideways. Time for you to be on your way. Evil spirits won't quell themselves. Well, you get all that? Wanna ask anything else?
Where do I find this windmill?
Don't you remember the one to the north of Vilgord? The devil haunts that place at night, people say. Go there and be back home by sunrise. We have much to do.
How do I use the herbs anyway?
Well, it's quite simple. Use them in battle to close up your wounds.
Got it, Grandfather. It's time to go. See you tomorrow.
Ah, wait! One more thing. I've sent a chort to Kusheva village. He must have cursed someone. Go there and fix it. You'll earn some money in process.
All right, Grandpa.
You are now on your travel map. Every night it will display different locations. You may go on your way only after you speak to all of your visitors. You can visit any available location, however, your health recovers only after you accomplish your task and return to the Izba. Izba? Visits your main task location. However, you can't reach it without visiting all the other locations along the way. The game autosaves each time the location changes. You can also save your progress manually, in which case the game will save as soon as you enter a new location. Open the map by present location. We wish you the best of luck exploring the Northland Jardin. That's gonna take me a while on pronunciations. That's okay. I'll get them. Boop. Boop. You want?
So, Vasya, have you taken well to learning the mystic?
How can I recognize evil spirits? How can I know when they're before me?
Simple. You've been to the world of the devil, and now you'll see everything for what it is. The only thing is, the darkness will see you too. Demons and spirits will track you down, and as soon as you glance into the darkness, you'll feel their eyes upon you as well. Be strong. Such is our fate. You make your own way.
How's our Izba built?
Izba.
It was built long ago. Lots of people have lived here since. More than half a century ago, it seems. All according to old rituals. You know them by now. But I don't remember who built it. My grandfather, I suppose.
So how did you become a Khaldun, Grandfather?
I was born in Vilgard, the sixth son of my father, Yevlam Pichurov. It was a big family, not the richest though. When you have so many mouths to feed, it's hard to save money. But we lived well as a family. The house must have been built well. That is to say, I realize this now. Then one year, a seventh brother was born. Timofey, he was called. He was a good lad. He grew up, but I didn't look after him well enough. Heavy is this sin of mine. I still feel guilty. Vasya, having chorts is a trivial thing. You would do better to protect the ones closest to you, to fight for them. It's knowledge that gives us strength, for we harness their own power against them, with the chorts under our control. One day I was looking after Timofey. We were playing with the other children, but I lost my patience with a boy. I cursed him severely, sent him to the Leshy. So the Leshy carried him away. We never found Timoshka. He'd vanished. Oh, it's hard to bear these scenes, Vasya. So hard. So I decided to become a Khaldun. I wouldn't let the Dark Ones harm my family ever again. Or so I thought. Well, I'll tell the story of how I became a Khaldun later. Ask me tomorrow. It's hard to remember all these things of the past. You'll understand when you're as old as me.
Okay.
No, I have to go, Grandfather.
At one time, the Kolva flowed through here. Now this place is a swamp. Old riverbed.
The silver glow of the moon catches glimpses of the foul water. The chilled northern night air is split by dull croaks coming from the swamp. The strange noises soon subside into the silence of the Cerdyn woods.
We have some amount of healing, so we could probably explore. Just a little bit. A little bit of exploring. Tiny woods to the north of Kamgort village. In the autumn, you can find mushrooms upon mushrooms here. Take it is probably not autumn right now.
Standing amidst the black wooden figures, you hear a rustle in the trees. You read the protective spells, but out comes a person, not a demon. An ancient woman dressed in old clothes. It would seem you have come across a beggar.
Oh, a witch, a witch. I can smell your kind from a mile away. Can you spare a few coins? I don't need much to get by. A person is only as good as they are charitable.
Sure.
Here you are. Don't forget me in your prayers.
Thank you. I'll pray for your lost soul. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this, a healing herb.
Dangerous to go alone. Take this. Thanks. There's an old forest near the Kolva River by Bigichi village. It has a master. Every forest does.
Near the forest's edge, you see a white towel on an old stump. Someone has left a bottle of milk and some piragi. Near these gifts is a birch charter. Peasants from Bigichi village are asking the Leshi to take care of their cattle.
What? Game said, hey, you wanna be terrible? You wanna be awful?
You decide to leave the sacrifice to the Leshi untouched. This is Bigichi's folk business, not yours.
Ooh, a ravine. This ravine is famous among Cerdyn's herbalists. It's said you can find a lot of good herbs here. Only if you're an expert in this, of course. Wow. I'm not, but...
While traveling through the woods, you stumble upon a snake's nest. Baby snakes are still inside their eggs. Fortunately, the mother snake does not seem to be around. You make a small wall of stones around the nest and wait for the larger snake to come back. The mother snake soon returns. Seeing the barrier, she fruitlessly tries to get past, but soon leaves. Some time passes, and the snake comes back with a bunch of grass in its mouth. The snake touches the grassy mass to the stone barrier. and the wall instantly collapses. The snake is reunited with its nest. You quickly grab the grass before the snake hides it. It smells of rust. The only noticeable thing about it is the cross shape made by 4 leaves. Fortune has smiled upon you. You have found a break herb, a bundle of aromatic weeds that opens locks and barriers. You take the herb and get ready to go on your way.
Okay. A curved lake on the left bank of the Kolva. They say 2 men drowned in it this year. Must be quite an unsafe place at night. Aye.
On a hillside near Kacheva Lake, you see 2 silhouettes. One is combing the other's long hair. There is something strange in his uneven movements, something that gives you shivers. The black figures disappear as soon as you recite the name of God.
This river flows through Oliud Ridge. Someone in Okcha village told me that this river was formed from the tears of Pulyud. Sounds like a tall tale.
Gloomy windmill arms creak in the distance, parting the pre-dawn fog. The shadow of an owl passes overhead. It crosses your path, a bad omen, since man's path and man's destiny are as one. Yet, could it be it was trying to point you somewhere?
Why not?
Suddenly, you come upon a swamp and stop at its border. It is dangerous to continue onward. You turn to go back and notice a devil's finger beneath your feet.
Devils periodically shed their claws so that the new ones can grow, sharper and stronger. The discarded fingers turn to stone and have healing properties. Alright. It's said that the Chud lived here. A dangerous and unholy place. The ravines are death traps at night. Falling into one will surely leave you crippled. Ah. Boop.
You meet 2 travelers from Bigichi village who are on their way to the fields. The 3 of you continue on your journey together. Near the mouth of a chasm, one of them jokingly tries to shove you into the pit.
Cool. We're gonna be spicy. Why not?
You strike the peasant backhanded. As you glare at your 2 traveling companions, they transform into black, shadow-cloaked demons.
Okay. And we have 3. Resuscitation. Curious. Okay. Get the impression that we need, because this is attack 15, but something about persistence. Yeah. So I gotta deal with them. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Okay. Not gonna be doing enough damage. You just added a page that contained the status effect Lita Zagavor. Status effects usually reduce their value each turn. Carefully choose the right moment and the right place in the Zagavor for pages with status effects. Let's see. Increase. Okay. The only keys I have left. I kind of like that it's sort of a deck builder mix. I think that's kind of fun. Ooh, a new page. I like this guy's nose. Increase the number of keys in the book. Next round by 1. Pierce. Amplifies attack by 2 after each use of pages of the same name. I'd have to collect a lot of... I gotta take this one. You won the fight, it says. Alright. Can I just completely backtrack and go... Let's find out. I don't think I'm on a time limit exactly. I just don't heal until I'm, like, get a full heal or anything until I'm done with my main task. So, not far from Kamgort, a rich peasant named Mogilevsky built his mansion.
You stealthily creep by the village houses. At least, you thought you were being stealthy. You hear a familiar voice calling out from one of the windows overhanging the street.
Flusha, wait! I have business with you.
Okay.
Hush! We'd better whisper. I've got this neighbor and I hate her guts. So curse her a bit, will you? Use a killer curse or something. Not a strong one. I've got a gift ready for you.
That's it? And you hate her guts? That's all. Oh. We're just going to
I'm
declare.
not that kind of witch. Just so you know, I don't just go firing off curses left and right.
Alright. Small village to the west of Kolva. I've been there a couple times with old Yegor when healing some crows. Someone's crows? Someone's crows? Someone's cows. Yes. Someone's cows. This is the place he sent a chort for a job. And he thinks it's cursed someone.
You notice a noisy family gathering in front of one of the houses. It's unusual to see an entire family out on the street at this hour. Strange, muffled sounds are coming from inside their house. Falling cutlery, furniture moving around.
Good evening to you, Vasilisa. God himself has sent you to us tonight. Everything has been turned upside down in our house. The enemy of man is haunting our house. The devil himself is here. Everyone is scared senseless.
How did it manage to get in here? It's no simple matter for a chort to get inside a human dwelling. What did you do yesterday?
We just had some tea. Natalia likes it a lot. She's quite fond of tea. Then we prayed and went to sleep. And in the middle of the night, it all started.
Ritual or behavior reinforced by custom is inseparable from mythology. It is often believed that specific events are a consequence of another. For instance, a peasant suffering misfortune after forgetting to cross himself is perceived as being punished for not observing a ritual. This has resulted in all sorts of popular beliefs. Dishes not locked away at night or crossed become a refuge for evil spirits. A sick child or a changeling needs to be thrown across the threshold of a house inhabited by spirits who were lured there by the killing of a rooster during its construction. After some time, the underlying reason for a ritual becomes forgotten, leaving behind only the ritual itself.
Tea time turned into a chort invasion. I wonder why these demons appeared in the first place. And did you make the sign of the cross over the samovar?
That must be it. We didn't mark the samovar with a cross.
You must do this. And please remember next time.
You're such a great knower, Vasya. Please, won't you help us? Don't leave us this way.
Oh, very well. I will help you. It's no good sleeping on the street, is it?
Thank you, Vasilisa. Have some milk for you, Johnny.
You come inside the Izba. Everything is in complete disarray. The Chorts have certainly had their way here. You make the sign of the cross and take a couple of careful steps deeper inside. The demons have made a mess. They threw the dishes and cooking pots around, but luckily, the brass utensils seem to be intact. The most damaged part is the shrine in the corner. The icon cases are damaged, and the candles are broken.
Red Corner. The Red Corner is one of the most important and mystical places in an izba. It is similar in importance to the hearth, since it plays a central role in the home. It is most commonly in the right-hand corner of an izba, across from the door, even in some northern Russian traditions, where a porch is situated in an unusual manner. Most likely, ancestral idols were once placed atop these shrines. Following the arrival of Christianity, it became home to the icons of the saints. The other name for the red corner is... I don't know how a J is pronounced, for Russian, but... if it's a J or if it's some other kind of sound. Ojnitsa? Which means a god's place, and it always housed a small icon lamp. The head of the family sat in this corner and oversaw holiday feasts. Additionally, before the funeral, the deceased body of the family head was placed on a table with his head below the red corner. When entering an izba, a visitor would make the sign of the cross over himself while looking at the red corner, even if were no icons present. Okay.
You approach the overturned samovar. Suddenly, it shakes and starts to move, and red eyes light up the darkened room. A demon is here.
Well, guy, I'm gonna do defense and you're gonna do an attack. We have waste. I have 3, they've got 4. I'm gonna waste both of them. Okay. What we're going to keep doing. Alright, alright. Back of 5. We can afford to take some damage. So. These are actually very similar. Every other page for every other page. Yeah, pretty much the same. It's okay. Anyway. But. Page remains active for 1 turn and affects other pages. Be well versed. Huh? Increases value. Okay. The same color, then it would stack. This one sounds interesting. I'll take that one.
The elders of the family bow to you and thank you for helping them. They also give thanks to God for bringing you here. The girl, Axinia, assures you that from now on every jar in the house will be crossed.
Usheva village. Oh wait, right. This is where we are. Boop, 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 boop. Chud Forest. The Chud probably lived here at one time, as the forest name would suggest. I'm curious as to why there's a little asterisk. Chud? Old Chud bronze plaques aren't hard to find around here, and to come across one, however, is a bad omen. After all, they weren't made by Christians. Well, gonna explore everywhere.
You walk around the windmill and approach the Chud forest.
Chud.
The grim silence envelops
That's why.
you. The only sound you hear is of the fir branches, whispering in the morning fog. Suddenly, you see a swarm of chorts flying out of the side of the building, gleefully throwing around pieces of the windmill's wooden machinery.
A swarm, huh?
The short swarm dives into the gloom with a chorus of angry screams. As the forest sinks into silence, you inspect the windmill's debris. Among some wooden logs and mechanical parts, you find a small sack of flour.
And pick it up. To the windmill.
The spruce branches part, and an old mill stands before you. This place is filled with legends and stories from the surrounding villages. Those who visited this place at dusk, or worse, at night, speak of dark phantoms in the windows of the mill, of sudden gusts of wind and other devilry. It is what they call a bad place.
Something about the delivery of "it is what they call a bad place" makes me, gave me just a little bit of a laugh, that's all. Doesn't seem to be much else around here, but I will look around nonetheless. Huh.
It's a carrier log. It's used to turn the mill. The old wood creaks in the wind. You can climb inside using a log. There is a small hole in the wall. The old windmill is creaking from the cold wind. It is not so often that you see this kind of mill in Cirdan Uyezd.
In Perm, windmills are rarer sights than watermills. It is because it is harder to catch the wind than it is to harness the power of running water. Often, windmills were built with a moving roof that was operated with a special lever. The wind could be caught just so that the wind blades could begin moving with optimal efficiency. The most effective kind of wind was not the strongest wind, but moderate wind. Before the revolution, blades were fitted with a special fabric. They were later fitted with plywood. Russian, English translation issues. Oh yeah, that's what I assumed. You can tell. That's why some of the dialogue too doesn't match up with the spoken dialogue, why the subtitles don't quite match. Okay, so we can go in the back way. I think look all the way around. That's what we're gonna do.
It's hard to see anything in the dark gloom of the night. Nevertheless, you feel your eyes getting used to the darkness. The black book may be aiding you. Amidst the thick grass, you spot an old axe, its blade covered with rust.
Sure, I'll take it. Its axe may fall apart at any moment, but it should be good enough for at least one more strike. Okay. Hey, that looks like an herb. Herb. I've yet to have to use any herbs, but I will take them. I think we're gonna crawl into the hole in the wall. Because that sounds more fun. Smarter? Hard to say. What?
It's a carrier log. It's used.
I'm
You try
inside.
to clamber up, but your misstep leads to a painful fall. Another attempt, and you are safe inside.
Okay. We took a little bit of damage. Fair enough.
Some kind of will has been placed here by the miller. The grindstones are still, but the blades of the mill are turning.
Okay.
This chest is for various tools used at the mill. Nothing interesting.
You study the cabinet. Among various krinkas, old pots, and birch bark containers, you find a sack with silver rubles. It might be of some use to you.
It might be, but... Can I use... Yes. There we go. Checking, but I don't think there's anything else, so...
A broken block of wood is near the wall. It seems to be part of the windmill's mechanism and the reason why the grindstones are standing still. Through a hole in the wall, you see the woods of Chernyn.
Hey, buds. Oh! Hi. Hello.
I expected to see a wretched old man, not a beautiful maiden.
Thanks.
Why are you here, then?
Well, what do you want with the windmill then?
Haven't you figured it out? Perhaps I was wrong about you. I thought of you to be a strong witch, a master of
Wow.
wit, deduction, and intellect, one endowed with knowledge that others do not possess. I guess not.
Maybe I just like asking questions. Jeez.
The windmill is possessed. But is the demon's presence here as spontaneous as it appears to be? I must think about why he's here in the first place.
Okay. There is a wheel. Allured by a sacrifice is interesting. I haven't seen anything to suggest that there was a sacrifice of any kind. Scratches on floor. Yeah. No. If we guess wrong, we just won't get as much XP. Find out.
You were summoned by a sacrifice. You've been here since your creation.
Ooh.
Well, you are knowledgeable indeed. Not to mention, I'm bound to this pitiful miller, but I desire a powerful master. Take me as your servant. My sacrifice will attract someone more agreeable, and you will have both your reward from the miller and the reward of my presence.
Okay.
Well, so be it. I could use a chort like you, if not just for the conversation.
Wait, perhaps you are not as strong as you seem.
Maybe I'm not.
There is yet to be such a Khaldun who can outmatch the 13th brother.
About to find out. Let's go. Master. 5 times 2. All minions disappear when this demon dies. Eternal, unremovable. Karm. So we can take... I'm gonna do this. Heal a little bit, but we only have one of these, so we'll waste on him. We're better off saving that. We'll get a larger heal later out of it.
So arrogant. Do you really think you can defeat this ancient spirit?
It's true.
My book will help me.
This can't be.
It would be a heal of 2. Here we go. Alright, they're both keys. Well, it's going to get interesting. I'm about to take a lot of damage. I wonder if it's a game over if we, lose or something else. That. I thought it was worth a shot. Game over. Okay. Binding. Oh, so it lets you change it up so you can keep going. Okay. Cool. We don't need both of these by any means. I don't know how to... There we go. I do... I need... I have George the Father. I guess I don't really have too many other books, like decks. I don't think I can make any right now. We have... Don't have more than one of that, though. I think that's about... So we might just need to come back to this. Well... The defense... I'm gonna try one more time. I think the odds might be against me because of what's in my deck, but, you know, I think it's worth a shot. I wonder if it'd let me go back. Oh.
You are so arrogant.
Yes.
Because if it let me go back, I do have more rubles, so I could spend the money to make more to put in my book. I just don't know. Guess we can find out. Problem is we keep running out of That's what we wanted. We're doing defense this turn. Put waste on you. Don't want to have to... Well... Can I attack without... Can I do this without using a key? No. Oh, yes I can.
The book. It is a legendary artifact. I never gave up before, and I'm not going to now.
Yeah, sealed some of my pages, I see. Alright. I'm gonna take a little bit of damage this turn to do a little bit of damage. I should have you now. We can hope. Hee hee. Okay. Removes a positive status, I presume, on the enemy. Size. Ah, but this one's not a key. That could be useful for healing. You are now on the skills section of the menu. Here you can unlock new magic abilities. You can visit this section through the menu at any time. With each level, you increase your health and gain knowledge points, which are necessary to unlock new abilities. As you increase your level, more and more demons will join your swarm. Some abilities unlock automatically at the moment of attaining a certain level. See. Change one card with a trump one. I don't understand what that means. That one seemed useful. I'd also see like to reduce creation costs, but we can't do that right now, so. I'm also, these are definitely items that I'm supposed to be able to use in combat. Maybe I should look around more for, I just don't see, but that's okay. We did it anyway. Anyway.
You take the demon into your personal service. He will ask for work, like any other chort. The mill is now without a spirit, but this is none of your concern.
His favorite occupation is to interfere with the work of the peasants, so he knows all about housekeeping and farming.
And then he disappeared. He won't be interfering with work at the windmill anymore.
So, you took up a new chort. Hope it doesn't backfire.
We sure can hope.
Well, while you were gone, I had some thoughts about the seals. Every single piece has its meaning, and every seal requires a demon. The second one is the Aspen one. We'll have to think what to do next.
The first seal was opened by touch, and that was all. How do I open the second?
Well, not by simply touching the asp, that's for sure. I think we need evil spirits. So we'll find the Aspen demons.
Where do you think we can find them, Grandfather?
I don't know yet. I'll have to think on it. Go deal with the things you can at the moment, and let me think.
Can't we open the others right away?
I doubt that, but who knows? Look around a bit and maybe you'll fortune upon the right chort.
I see. Time to get to work then. The chorts are back.
Little encyclopedia entry. Koldun Familiars. After his initiation, a Koldun receives not only the knowledge and power of a sorcerer, he also receives his familiars, imps known as Viz, or Chort. To the uninitiated, these demons appear in many different forms, as stained glass, bugs, or other insects. They can also appear as little human-like creatures with the body of a man, the head of a mouse, the arms of a frog. Familiars can be werewolves, cursed men, heretics, the unholy dead, or kikimoras. In the forest, a koldun can be aided by werewolves and wedding guests that have been transformed into bears. Werewolves can be distinguished from regular wolves by their eyes, which burn red. A koldun's imp familiars must always be occupied by work, or else they will cast curses on people or animals. This is why the koldun, to keep them busy, sends his familiars to make ropes out of the sand, count the leaves of the trees, or empty the sea with a teaspoon. This is a new one. Demons at the mill. Not long ago, there was a rich man who lived in the village. He had a watermill. One day he fell ill and found himself at death's door. He told his worker, "Gather 3 horses, and take me to the mill, for I will die today." The assistant did as he was told. As he was riding home, he thought to himself, "How did my master know that he would die today?" He called his horses to a stop and rode back to the mill. When he arrived, he peered quietly through the window. What did he see but his master just sitting there, crying bitterly? Just then, a trapdoor to the cellar opened, and several devils emerged. They tore the master's skin open and ate his flesh. Then one of the devils possessed the miller by crawling into the skin that was left over. Old Yegor has passed on to you his pestes full of chorts. Now you have a number of chorts yearning for mischief. Be careful, idle chorts torment their Koldon masters. It takes some time for chorts to do their job, a day or more. Each location has a specific type of job: hunger, strife, corruption, etc. Each chort has a job preference. You can discover it by learning a specific skill. Chorts perform better with their job of choice and worse with the ones they hate. In order for chorts not to torment you and steal your health, don't forget to give them jobs every morning. Okay. Fire, his favorite occupation. Yep. Housekeeping and farming. Scare peasants in their goblets. Send a curse. Huh. Got little icons. Okay. Fire, hunger. Okay. So assume I should match them up a little. Strife and strife. Boop. Don't think we otherwise... Oop, this one's fire. Otherwise, though... 2, 3, 2, 3. Sure. Give it a shot.
I sent them to perform an arduous task. That's why they weren't around.
Now I should give them tasks?
Well, what did you expect? You knew what you signed up for. Everything has a price, especially wishes. If you don't want them to torture you, send them to curse people. That's the life of a Khaldun for you.
And if I don't want to curse anyone?
Then suffer. These demons won't leave you alone.
I've seen them before in your Pester.
Pester.
Not often, though.
Now you will see them plenty. You can observe our entire gubernia in your Pester. In the end, you decide what you do with those chorts of yours. God help us.
Okay. Have two those. 1, 2. I'm not super practiced with deck builders, but I know some of it conceptually, like not wanting too large of a deck. But you know. Into. Yeah.
The moment I became a Khaldun, I saw the Uyezd in a completely different light. There is no such place where a demon wouldn't hide. You just noticed? Your own chords are also a giant pain.
How did you come to be a Khaldun, Grandpa?
Well, told you the other day about the demon stealing Timofey. That's the reason for it. Fighting the pointy-tailed. I heard once that shepherds are no worse. So I became a shepherd boy. Helped Prokopy, the holy fool. I shouldn't mention him at night. Knew his way around the forest, that one, and how to find lost cattle. So I studied under him. Anyway, it's a long story. I'll tell you later how I received my knowledge. It's not like I got it from him anyway. Had to bust my butt. In any case, see how I managed to teach you. Appreciate that.
Are shepherds really knowers?
What makes you think they aren't? Why don't you try finding all the cattle in the forest without a demon's help? One has to know how to ask the old man of the forest for help. And in case a demon steals a cow or something, you have to be able to get it back. You'll have to learn. What did you think? Shepherds lie on their backs all day? You wish.
I do, Grandpa. What kind of man was he, that Prokopy?
Not a kind man at all, but of great knowledge. Cursed a lot of people. Practically earned a living that way. Nearly cursed me once.
Demons are the one turning the grindstones at the mill.
Well, the miller won't turn them, that's for sure.
Can't the wind spin them? Do you have to use demons everywhere? It's dangerous, and a sin to boot.
Well, what did you expect? It will soon be the 20th century. The demons might make it easier. If they can start making flour, who knows? Maybe we can teach them to reap, too. You've heard of steam engines? Huh? I think there's a steam chart inside, like the one you can find in a samovar.
How did you manage your own chores?
Nothing to it, really. Just give them something to do. The only thing is they can't manage every task well. Their job is to wreak havoc. They don't like any other sort.
Little men. Once we asked a Khaldun to show us his imps. He was nice and drunk. It was around Maslenitsa? Anyway. That's the best I can do. Maslenitsa time. He waved at us. I'll show you, but don't be frightened. Each had on blue short pants and red shirts. They stood in a line like little men, about 70 centimeters tall. They didn't walk, but hopped about. When the Khaldun gave an order, the wind started to howl. I'll send them to the forests to count the needles on the pines, and when they're needed, I'll call out, and the wind will blow them back to me. He sighed bitterly. The imps ask incessantly for work. What work? It's absurd. Once I took them to mow. The next morning, the grass was waist high again. true calling is to cast curses on people, but the more you curse, the more imps you get. Torture. Alright, let's see what kind of visitors we have.
Yegor Yevlampovich, Vasilisa Fedorovna, it's me again.
Hello.
Came to give my thanks. The spirits have stopped haunting us. Here's what I promised.
Antique mortar. By the looks of it, the miller inherited this mortar. It's far too old of a thing to not be enchanted. Oh, restore +1 health. Nice. That's useful for me.
The spirits broke some things in the windmill, but we'll fix it somehow. I have some money saved up. I'll use some of it to fix the windmill, and the rest I'll leave to my grandson. Well, it is what it is.
Hello.
So, I came to find out if maybe you've changed your mind about that woman. I brought a gift, you know.
No.
Oh no, I'm not the cursing kind.
Well, alright. I'll think of something myself. Well, see you.
Bye. Who knows how that's gonna go?
Live well and live long.
Hello.
My godmother sends a jug of milk and sends her regards.
Kolya, is that you?
Hello, old Igor.
So, you're back.
Yeah, it's been at least a week.
You sure have grown tall. How tall are you, exactly? 12 vershoks? Well, what brings you here?
I heard about your man, Vasilisa. It's hard to lose loved ones, I know. However, I'm here for another reason. I need your help.
I got a hand mark.
Yesterday evening, at a get-together, I made a bet with the lads. They dared me to enter Banya at night.
Uh-oh.
I don't believe all this supernatural stuff you see. When you go to war, you see things you know.
And yet you came to me.
I entered this old Banya, the abandoned one, by the river. It was around midnight. I opened the door and saw a sort of blue light, and it was quiet. I reached into the stove, you know, to take a stone. They wouldn't call me chicken if I showed them proof later. Suddenly, a hairy paw grabbed my left hand. Here, look, left a mark.
Bannock. Bannock was the master of the Banya in which he resided. He could help or protect a man, but also scare or even kill him. It was important to perform rituals correctly and be careful not to violate any taboos. In various villages of Jordan... Ooh. Man, I'm gonna keep butchering these names. Uyazd? Anyway. It was forbidden to use the banya during the first or third heating or when drunk. A man could suffocate or burn himself to death, events that were considered to be punishment of the Bannock. A man could also fall into the hearth, constructed of rough-hewn stones, later constructed of brick. Sometimes banyas caught fire, so people built them far from their izba, or even on the riverbank. Peasants often gave birth to children in banyas, though there was always a risk of a devil replacing their baby with an aspen log or a broom.
That devil didn't let me go. All of a sudden, some female voice said, "Marry me." The hand was hot as fire, and then I just lost it, and it kept on asking. And she still held on to me, wouldn't let go, so I told her I would. Then she let me go. I ran as fast as I could. Damn this demonic power. You're a knower. Help me, would you?
Nikolai visited the banya at midnight, and something grabbed him. What might that be? In the banya, you say? Well, that's a bannick, all right.
Lord Almighty.
What did you do with the stone?
Well, I took it with me. To prove to them I wasn't yellow. Didn't tell about the demon, though. Dropped it off at home later. I told my godmother, and she sent me here right away.
Ah, wise woman, your godmother.
So its hand was hairy. What else did you notice?
I couldn't see anything. It was completely dark. The hand was black and hairy.
All right, I won't leave you to the wolves.
Vasilisa, take a closer look at the demon. This bannick may have an aspen seal on her.
Am I just?
Go to the old banya tonight, both of you. Talk to the demon and find out why she wants to marry you. You, Kolya, use this balm on your left eye to see the demons. Don't forget the stone, Kolya.
I'll wait for you outside. Didn't think I'd be seeking help from nowheres. I've always depended only on myself. My military service? Well, it's quite a story. Maybe later.
One more visitor. What we got? Hello.
Hey, Vasya, they say you're a knower now. This may be of interest to you then. The other day we were gathering berries by Kajil Lake. By the way, I have brought you some. It's near Zapolsk. Anyway, we came across this clearing with holes everywhere. The horror! So I thought you might want to go there. Who knows? Perhaps there are evil spirits.
I like this outfit. Alright. Take your You now have the ability to take your companions along on your travels. Each helper has unique ability you can make use of in battle. Presence or absence of certain helpers affects some outcomes of in-game events. Okay. Them in the pits. His ability is backhand.
You notice a black silhouette on the road. It appears to be shrouded in fog, and is hard to distinguish in the soft lighting of the night. The air is filled with a strange song performed by the demon. You've never heard this melody before. A chill runs down your spine as you listen to the alien melody.
You know what? I'll let him finish. That's probably a terrible idea.
Song. You listen, holding your breath and not moving.
No, it wasn't.
Soon, the melody stops, crashes against the tops of the fir trees, and dissolves in moonlit silence. You feel that perhaps now you understand demonkind somewhat better. Suddenly, a magic circle shimmers at the demon's feet. A moment later, another devil appears by his side. His burning eyes are staring right at you.
Okay. This. Summons more. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Oh yeah, he's here. As long as I don't gotta worry about him dying. It's fine. Alright. So we can just... see, now I have too many of these. This is the problem with... I'll learn how to deck build properly. That's okay. Use this. Okay. Use those two. One, so 5. A lot of damage to take, potentially. I think I've got one more turn. I think. About to find out. Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay. I'm gonna go. That's all well and good. There's positive status off of me. Well, that's okay. We're gonna be doing this anyway. Alright, that's a key. think that's quite enough, is it? Oh! Playing with fire. Alright, we got this. Woof! We got... Okay. Picturesque backwater got its name because of the mermaid sightings back in the day. I've never seen any myself, though.
You notice a strange sight in the distance. A ball of snakes is rolling around the woodland road, scales glittering in the moonlight. You remember one of the Zagavars that Yegor taught you. You whisper the words and the snake ball falls apart. It seems as though one of the snakes is immune to sorcery, and it slithers right toward you.
Each page you read excluding gesture buffer. Okay. Snake bite. I don't know how to use this. Oh. Moves in negative status. Let's see. Pain remains active. Increase for the 3 at the beginning of each round. Ooh. Move because we have well versed in there, and if we have well, okay. Mikhail's crossing the crossroads. These are the crossroads where my recent initiation took place. It is surely a place where both roads and human fates intersect. Well,
Near the old gravestones, you see a demon. His eyes are focused on the sky. It seems that he is in deep thought. He merely sighs when he notices you.
I want to say hi.
Oh, it's you. I remember you falling into hell.
What a talkative chort.
Well, what's so special about that? Me, I flew out of hell and decided to stay for a while. Help me find an answer to a question, and I'll reward you, witch.
Okay.
Well, sure. Ask away.
I'm searching for an answer. What are the 3 kinds of dates?
You go out on a date with your loved one.
Well, that's one. What are the other 2?
What are the 3 dates? You have one with a loved one, and the second one is? There's an exotic fruit called a date.
Seems right. What is the 3rd one?
What are the 3 dates? You guess one, the kind with a loved one, and also the fruit. What's the 3rd? I guess time can be called a date.
What? Nonsense. You don't know anything, do you? Well, since you
Shame.
I suppose I can kill you.
Oof. I've gotten myself into trouble. Well. A little better. Okay. So we have we'll take a little damage, but we can do that. I'm sad that the rest of the stuff doesn't go off. Right? So you can't get an extra healing. Okay. All enemies. Also all enemies. Traveling herbalist. Famous herbalist appeared in these parts. I should check out what herbs she has for me. Yes, we should. Hello.
What? Want some pranics? I've sold everything already. Oh, you want some herbs? Well, take a look then.
Hmm. Regeneration. Curious. Mash. Push is what you ate and mash is what you drank. This poison removes waste. Got piety on it. First on the enemy. Okay. Yazova village. Good people live in the small village on this Stovka. I don't know, it's I don't know how they do a TH, or a TS, I should say. River. They often visit to get advice from old Jäger. Not once have they asked to curse anyone. Isn't that nice?
Like a gloomy skeleton of an unknown beast, the old remains of a burnt house stand before you. All the logs are charred black. Some of them have collapsed and are covered with moss. Only the white stove gleams in the moonlight, still intact, even after the fire. You walk around the house. The inside is dark, with logs poking out like the rotten teeth of a dead man. You see a shaggy silhouette of a demon inside.
I can't help myself.
It's hard to tell who used to live in this izba. You step inside, and you seem to sense the smell of burnt wood. Stars and pine branches are visible above instead of a roof. Suddenly, you notice a shaggy figure near the furnace. As soon as you make a move towards the mysterious figure, it disappears. A ball of baked clay lies where the black spirit once was. You take it with you.
Ooh. Trinity Church. You can always pray and rest in Vilgort's church. The priest there is a good fellow. He doesn't accept bribes, nor is he much of a drinker.
You see a friendly flame burning in the distance. You come closer, and soon you are standing in front of a lonely church. Inside it is warm and cozy. It smells of incense and old wooden sculptures. Soon, you hear a calm voice.
So, you're wandering at night again, Vasilisa. Be careful on the road you travel. It can lead you to places no one can help you out of.
You read a prayer and rest a bit.
Oh. I'll keep that in mind. We don't have...
Goodbye, Holy Father.
This ravine is curved, hence this name. Plenty of misfortunes happen around this place. Leshy's work, aye. An ill place this is. Long here, huh? Well, let's go see if we can get some
You
rubles.
approach the open rift. Dried bushes are sticking out of its walls like the rotten teeth of a dead man. You carefully look down. Suddenly, the forest around you is lit by a strange red light. As you look up, you see a fiery ball zigzagging through the sky. Your words are lost among the tree branches. The fiery ball flies away, and everything is silent again.
Footage to the Banyas. The Banyas aren't far away. The road is a rather old one, neglected as it is.
There's a rotting bridge over a small river, a tributary of the Kolva. In the moonlight, you discern a strange silhouette on the other side of the bank. You take several steps towards the silhouette, but it disappears in the morning mist. A chill runs down your spine.
Feria is an old Permian word, an old riverbed. I can get to the old Banyas through here, but who knows what lurks in these parts at night.
Night travels are not the most convenient ones. In the darkness, you can stumble upon any kind of evil spirits. This is precisely what happens now. You step into a silent meadow where a demon is drinking tea from a samovar. He notices you and invites you to join him.
I like how you can get his help. What is he gonna do here? Slap it? What do we... Oh. This is the most fun option.
You drink the tea in silence, with the demon's glowing eyes fixed upon you. You feel uneasy.
I thought I might take some damage.
Drink as soon as possible. Suddenly, you feel a metallic taste in your mouth. Looking inside the cup, you discover that you've been drinking blood. The laughing demon disappears, along with its samovar.
Spooky. That's okay. I had a feeling it might be something like that. Here we go. Here is a side quest. In the forest near Lake Kotyl? I don't know. Some boys from Vilgurt spotted a strange clearing. They say it's full of dug-up pits. Maybe someone was looking for something. I should investigate.
Dark pine branches move to the sides, and you see a meadow strewn with old, overgrown pits. You come closer and look into one of them. The green of the meadow drops into the open maw of the pit, from which you sense the cold of the grave. God knows who dug them up, and why. You start to inspect the pits one by one. You take one careless step and tumble down. Luckily, the pit is not that deep, and you climb out with ease. You frequently look around. You feel as if someone is watching you. You almost decide to give up finding anything in these mysterious pits when you notice an old grave at the bottom of one of them. A grim pit is filled with a damp stench. You see an old cross covered with a rotten towel. Near the grave, there is a small pot with an offering to the dead. The old cross is covered with moss, and mushrooms grow at its foot. You feel uncomfortable near the grave of the unclean dead.
A goblet is a gravestone shaped like an izba, a traditional Russian countryside dwelling. In ancient times, the dead were buried in a small house without any windows. This is why coffins are referred to in some northern dialects of Russian as houses or houses for the dead. In northern Russia, a gravestone in the shape of a cross, sometimes topped with a schematic roof, was called a goblet. The roof helped to protect the cross from rain. In the southern region of the Russian Empire, a pseudo-roof was set atop ritual crosses or atop crosses that were placed near crossroads. On the day of Pentecost, the souls of stillborns, infants who have died before baptism, and those who died unnatural deaths were believed to appear atop these crosses. Well, we're not going to find anything out by leaving the location. Well, I mean, probably not. There's a farmstead that showed up. Cool. Near the farmstead of the rich peasant Zapolsky, a small village of sorts emerged. It doesn't have a name of its own yet, so everyone calls it Zapolsky. Not much of a village name, if you ask me. Okay, let's go see if anybody knows what the heck's going on over here.
You hear a familiar voice. Young folk are having an evening gathering, although it's not the best season for it.
Hi, Vasya! I know you have no time, but sing at least one song with us, for old time's sake!
Okay.
All right, but just one.
You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song.
Got them church acoustics. All my friends. I just have it. Okay. We did examine the old pits. Didn't find much, though. Well, Banyas are prone to fires. Some people stoke the flames too hard at times. That's why they're often built on riverbanks. Nowadays, some of these banyas are abandoned. We'll be finishing up the stream as soon as we're done with this part of the story.
The small barrel once held water.
Here it is, the old Banya. The things it saw during its lifetime.
In Sheridan, or Churden maybe, in Churden, the banya was one of the most important features of an estate. People washed themselves and their clothes in the banya, as well as cured themselves, gave birth, made divinations, and conjured. The banya brought health, but it was both clean and unclean. Tabret left the filth of original sin, which had to be washed away and cleansed with holy water. Young people often organized Yuletide gatherings and games in the banya and sometimes formed couples. If during the often cruel Yuletide games none of the men stood up for a girl, she was considered to be almost the same as an old maid in the premarital hierarchy.
Here at last, and all these demons in these parts, I had never thought.
Evil spirits have always been here, but you won't be able to see them without me. These chorts harm people, but nobody can even see them.
Enemies here as well. No place is safe these days, I guess. I've been thinking, why did the spirit attack me? Someone must have been there before me.
Well, first of all, it was nighttime, and evil is strongest at night. Besides, why did the evil spirit attack Nikolai? Bannock sure love their rituals. You didn't ask to be let in, did you?
No, I didn't. I just walked in.
Well, there you have it. The spirit took notice of that right away.
You don't say.
The banya has sunk a little. That's why it got stuck, I think. You're a strong fellow. You open it.
I can do that, sure. But could you put Zagavor or something on me so no one grabs me?
Wait here. I'll look around first.
I had to click all the stuff.
This banya sure sank low. The door is stuck.
Anything else around here?
The river is not very wide here.
Always use my herbs. Okay.
Well, is it time?
All right, I know just the thing. Stand still. All the shelves have rotted through. Let me, kind Bannock, pay a visit to your home. Repeat after me, Kolya.
Let me host Bannik.
Now, let's think of what to do with this bride of yours. She's been waiting for us, I suppose. That blue light has been shining here, right until we came in. Let's summon her and ask some questions.
All right. You are the knower here.
First, let us prepare. In order for the Bannock to know we're here, let's heat up the stove. And that stone that you took, put it back.
It's better if you do it. I sort of forgot how when serving in the army.
Really? Very well. I'll draw a circle to be safe. I don't think your bride is evil, though.
Better safe than sorry, Vasia.
After that, we'll step into the circle. I'll read a special spell, and just like that, she should appear.
Vasia, you are a knower, no doubt about it.
Well, let's get to work.
Well, is it time?
Yes, it is, Kola. As soon as I start reading, the demon will appear. If you step out of the circle, she'll strangle you.
Okay.
All right, I get it. I'll stand still.
Here we go. Bannock, my hostess, let us wash in steam.
Hello.
Wait. Don't run. Hear me out.
Jesus and his troops!
Don't move. Let me talk with this Bannock.
Wait. I'm not a demon. I'm an ordinary girl.
An ordinary girl, you say? Bannock says that she's but an ordinary girl. Is it a demonic trick? What is she then?
No, as we've got this one. I don't know. I think we're gonna get this one wrong.
If you're not a demon,
Huh?
you must be a changeling.
Yes, yes. You're truly a knower. Well, it is as I said. I've been living in the world of demons for a long, long time. 18 years. I've grown to resemble them. I was still a child and came to wash with my mother. I did something wrong. I can't remember what, but my mother said, "Devil take you." And so, an Abdericha took me.
Oh, the I heard her pronounce it, but she said it so fast. Obdir is the mistress of a Banya. She can be the wife of a Bannock, and usually behaves the same way as he does, punishing those who visit the Banya at the wrong time. It is believed that an Obdirika uses her claws to skin such people. This is the origin of her name, which, if translated literally, means she-skinner. Her appearance can vary. She can appear as a human or as a child. Most often, however, she appears as a woman with long hair, large teeth and big eyes with claws and horns. She was often depicted as a cat with big eyes or an inanimate object.
Help me, Vasilisa. You're my only hope.
Do you know anything about Aspen demons?
No, I don't. But I can ask the Abdiricha.
The KHA makes a different sound.
Where have you been all this time?
We wandered the banyas. I got sent where the stove was hot. Such was my life. Now we live in this old one.
How do we bring you back?
To escape her, I need to get closer to the mortal world. Bring me a good belt and a cross, the kind that's worn on the skin, and find me a name. Then the Abdiricha will have to marry me to someone. You, young fellow, don't you let me down. Only you can do it.
I will help. I promise you my word.
Where can we find the belt?
I need a special belt as well. It has to be woven by a skilled witch.
What kind of cross do you need?
Just any cross won't do. I've been living with evil spirits for too long. I need one that's been worn by a demon.
Well, that's a puzzle. Where can we find a God-fearing chart?
Oh, I don't know. Your friend is a knower. You'll think of something.
We can give you the name right away.
No, that won't do. The name has to be one from Sviatsi and given by a priest.
All right, we'll help you. It's wrong to abandon a Christian soul. Besides, you already have a groom.
Of course we'll help.
Thank you. Bring me a cross worn by a demon, a name, and a belt crafted by a witch. I think I hear the roosters. I need to go. Come back again with the gifts. I'll be waiting until we see you again.
The demon crawls back under the bench and disappears into black flame. You return to old Yegor's house and think about what to do next.
Well then.
But she needs a cross that was worn by a demon, a human name, and an enchanted belt. Then she hid under the bench.
What a job you have. Worse than fighting the Turks.
This is our destiny. A changeling, that bride of yours.
What's a changeling?
The Bath spirit must have switched her at birth, I imagine. Now, Vasilisa, can you guess how shall we lift the Aspen seal?
What demon is necessary for the book to open the Aspen seal?
I have no idea. I can admit that. I don't know. I mean, it's possible. I haven't figured out very many other, like, keywords involving Aspen.
That Abdiricha switched the girl with an aspen log.
Right. We did read that, yes.
A log is a demon itself.
Well done, Vasha. My teachings weren't for naught. The changeling from the ethereal world. These infants don't grow up, as you know. The question is, should we waste our time on the bride's requests if we ourselves can find this changeling?
We can't abandon a Christian soul to evil spirits.
If I were you, I'd think whether I should take a demon for a wife.
Only a devil will marry a soldier like me.
We haven't heard of such a child up until now. This means that the parents keep it secret.
Right. The demon might have gobbled up her parents. Without that demon bride, we won't find it.
You'll help me then?
We will. But what should we start with? Huh? What was it she asked for?
An enchanted belt woven by a witch.
This is not as simple as it seems. You are a knower, yes, but not powerful enough to weave a belt like that. It also takes a lot of time. I know this witch, Kapitalina Ivanovna. People call her the Spinner. But she's not an easy woman to deal with. We'd better go together.
Seems like a good place to start to me.
Well, let's start with the belt.
Very well, then. To the Spinner. Vasilisa and I are going to see the Spinner. There's nothing for you to do there, Kolya. Understand?
Sure did.
And one more thing. Don't say anything about the Banya or the bride. The Spinner can't stand demons, though she looks like one herself. Got it?
Who is the Spinner?
A woman of sorts. Her name is Kapitalina Ivanna, but everyone calls her the Spinner behind her back. She's quite knowledgeable. You don't want to mess with her. That's why I am coming with you. Don't go running your mouth. Speak nothing of the book. Got it?
What should I say to get the belt?
Good question, Vasilisa. Keep your ears open when you speak to her. Remember, do not mention demons. She does not like them. And you might as well disregard the fact that we needed the belt for a changeling girl. Now, if you show you are of knowledge, that would be good indeed. If she doesn't like you, or should you let anything slip, the cost will be more than we can handle. Got it?
Understood, Grandpa. It's time we were on our way.
Yes, it's better go to her at night. I've arranged a cart for us.
Do you have any Kupala salve left?
If I only knew. We could fly, but feet will do. And another thing. There's this rich fellow, Petrov is his name. He asked me to check on his field. Says demons are ruining his crops. It's not far from Pintek. It so happens.
Okay. Game is very interesting. That is going to be it for today. Oof. Oof, oof. Definitely a good game for me to not strain my voice too much with, since so much of it is voice acted. But yes, if you like what I do, please consider giving me a follow or subscribe. Both these things help me out a whole ton. Not a lot of talking this time around, but honestly, like the music and everything, let the game do its thing, you know? As always, thanks for hanging out with me, buds. I hope to catch you next time. We'll be playing some Toontown Corporate Clash the next couple days here. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. I don't think I have any other, because I'm trying to think if I have any other announcements or anything, but I'm pretty sure I don't. So, I'll see you next time. Remember to stay silly, okay? Bye. Bye now. Bye.